Good morning, rising leaders. Welcome to day 7 of your training. Don't mind my lighting, it's really late at night. I had to wait until Declan was asleep. Today, I'm going to be talking about having an effective system for yourself and also having a duplicatable system for your team. And why I chose to put this in this training is because for many months when I was a new coach, I really didn't have a system to anything. I didn't plan out my months. I didn't have a system, of onboarding new challengers or new coaches. And what I found was over time, it started to get really overwhelming to try and keep up with everything. And so I'm hoping to shorten that learning curve for you guys so that you can create an effective system that works for you and also that helps you be set up for success while you're building a team. So having a system is important so that you can maximize your time. And a couple of the first things that I want you to think about having, if you don't already, and just so you know, these are all in the files of the Empowered Elite team page, and I made them that way so that you can go in, download them, and you can make them your own and start to utilize them immediately. Of course, you can put your own little flair on it. You can change it up if you want to. You don't have to do things exactly the way that I do or your upline does. Make it your own and do what works for you, but you're only going to learn what works for you by actually doing it and implementing it and trying it and failing forward, because that's what being a leader is all about. It's about trying new things and stepping up and doing them before you're ready, and making mistakes and learning as you go. So the first system that I want to encourage you to have is a welcome email for your challengers. It is really important to ensure that people that you are signing up as a challenger know, the pricing of Shakeology and the discounts and about the Team Beachbody Club membership and how to change your Shakeology flavor, about your challenge groups, about what you do as a coach. And simply having a welcome email explains all of that for you, so that you don't do what I did when I was a new coach and waste a lot of time explaining it one by one to people, or by mistake forgetting to tell somebody, and then they get frustrated that they have Team Beachbody Club and they didn't really want it. So this just ensures that you are running your business with integrity and making sure that people have everything that they need from the get-go to be successful, that they are aware of what they're getting into as a challenger, and what's to come. So having that welcome email is super important. And like I said, it's in the files of the team page. You can download it, make it your own, save it to your computer, and whenever you sign a new challenger up, just go ahead and as soon as you see them pop up in your Coach Online office, shoot them over an email and you know that they have what they need. The second thing is to have a new coach welcome email. And maybe you don't have any coaches yet, or maybe you only have one or two, and that's fine. But having this early on is going to make it a lot simpler for you as a mentor to be the best to lead your team. So having a new coach welcome email with a new coach questionnaire explaining that they're going to be added to the new coach boot camp, having a new coach checklist so that they know what they're doing, because as I'm sure you remember, being a new coach can be a little bit overwhelming. You're getting added to a ton of team pages, there's trainings, there's videos, there's team calls, and you want to make sure that your coaches are as aware as possible of what's to come, of what's going on. And having that questionnaire from the get-go allows you to know as a mentor how you can best help your coaches have success. The third thing is to have, this goes along, I always send this to my new challengers, is a 21-day fix, getting started right file, and that's also in the files of our team page. I created that simply because I found that probably 85% of my customers do the 21-day fix, and instead of trying to explain how the nutrition program works and why they should drink Shakeology every day, and all those kinds of things, I created a simple email that explains how to get started, how to create a meal plan, how the containers work, things like that, so that you can set them up for success. The next thing is to be scheduling one-on-one calls with your new coaches. And I know this can be a little bit intimidating. It was for me too. But I also have a file about a getting started right call in the team page. And it just simply explains how you can cover the basics with your new coaches and help them set some goals right from the get-go. So like I said, they have the best chance to succeed, and that you know you've done what you need to do as a leader. The next thing is I want you to start thinking about creating your own systems, like a new coach boot camp or a sneak peek, anything like that. I know for me, when I made my first trainings, I definitely didn't feel ready. I hated talking on video. I had never done trainings before. And I had to do it before I was ready, because I knew if I wanted to be seen as a leader and I wanted to be seen like I was taking this business seriously, that I needed to do them before I was ready. So I would highly suggest that you pick 1 to 3 systems that you want to create for yourself, and decide, when you can carve out 1 or 2 hours in your week to put in time to have those systems, because once you have them, you won't have to recreate them for a long time or ever, as long as as long as they work. And that's another part of being a leader, like I said, is, failing forward and seeing what works for you and finding the most effective system for you. The last thing is, I also have a file in my notes section of my phone that is all my scripts for when I'm having conversations, for when I'm inviting to a challenge group, for when I'm explaining what comes with a challenge pack, for when I am explaining the discount of Shakeology as a discount coach. Because you'll find that when you're having tons of conversations with new people every month and you're explaining the same things over and over, you're wasting a lot of time by texting these things out every single time over and over. So, write it out exactly the way that you want it. In the New Coach Bootcamp, there is a file on sample scripts. Save them to the notes section of your phone, and then when you're having conversations and you get to that point where you need whatever it is, all you have to do is copy, paste it, and send it. And over time, it saves a ton of time for you guys. And the last thing is that I want you to think about, and we're going to talk about this more later in the training, but creating a team page. I created a team page when I only had 6 people on my team. And I would even suggest creating it even if you only have 1 or 2 coaches, because you want to be seen as a leader. You want to be seen, by your coaches as somebody who's stepping up and taking the lead and providing value, and is there to help mentor them through their journey as a coach. So even if you don't have a ton of coaches yet, make yourself a team page. Come up with a team name. And what I found when I did that, it gave me this sense of, this is my baby that I'm forming. This is my team that I'm so excited to help people create their dream lives with this business, and find people who wanted to link arms with me and run on this journey with me. So it really kind of helps you step up when you don't really necessarily feel like a leader yet, because I know I didn't, but it helped me shift into that role a lot more quickly than if I had just waited and only used my upline team pages. And with all that said, I know that I just covered a lot, and it seems pretty overwhelming to create all these systems for yourself. But number 1, like I said, go into the files of the team page and download these systems. Copy paste them, make them your own. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to come up with all this stuff yourself. It is there for you. You just have to be resourceful and use it. And also, prioritize what you feel like you need most first. So I would suggest starting with a challenger welcome email, a coach welcome email, and getting started right system, and creating a team page. And then you can branch out from there and see what else you feel like needs to be done. But the sooner you start doing these things as a leader, to have these systems, number 1, for yourself to be most effective running your business, and as a leader, the more effective you're going to be as you are starting to build a team, so that you feel organized and you feel like you know what's coming and you feel like everybody has what they need to be successful. So I hope that this excites you rather than intimidates you. I know that it was a little bit intimidating for me in the beginning, but once you have these in place, you're going to feel really awesome about it. And it's just going to fuel you to do even more. So I can't wait to see what you guys come up with, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye, Rising Leaders.